Hello story lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Are you ready for another adventure with our favorite Speedy Turtle? Today, things are about to get a little slimy. One sunny afternoon, Flash the turtle was zipping around the meadow, showing off his incredible speed. "Catch me if you can," he'd shout, leaving everyone in a blur of green and red. But someone wasn't impressed. A tiny snail named Slow-Mo, perched on a dandelion stem, watched with a thoughtful look. As Flash skidded to a halt beside her, Slow-Mo cleared her throat. "Flash," she said softly, "you're forgetting something important." Flash adjusted his goggles. "Forgetting? I never forget. I'm too fast to forget." Slow-Mo smiled gently. "You've forgotten your roots. Used to be slow, just like us. You crawled before you could dash." Flash scoffed. "Slow? That was ages ago." "Oh, I'm the fastest in the meadow now." Slow-Mo's little antennae twitched. "Is that so? Then I challenge you to a race. From the old oak tree to the big red mushroom." Flash laughed out loud. "You a snail? Want to race me? That's the funniest thing I've heard all day." "You're on." The news of the race spread like wildfire. All the meadow creatures gathered to watch. "Flash will win in a second," chirped a cricket. "No way a snail can beat him," buzzed a bee. Flash soaked up the attention, doing little warm-up sprints. Just as the race was about to start, the sky turned a dark gray. Big, fat raindrops began to fall. Plip, plip, plip. The sunny meadow quickly turned into a soggy, muddy field. "Ready, set, go!" shouted an old badger. Flash shot off the starting line, but instead of zipping, he started slipping. His feet couldn't get a good grip in the thick mud. He slid left. He spun right. "Whoa! What's happening?" "Sir," he cried, struggling to move forward. The more he tried to speed up, the more he got stuck. Twiz, like trying to run on slippery chocolate pudding. Meanwhile, Slow-Mo the snail just kept on going. The rain and mud didn't bother her at all. In fact, the wet ground made it easier for her to glide along. Slowly and steadily, she moved past the struggling Flash. "Keep trying, Flash!" she called out cheerfully. Patience has its own power. Flash watched in disbelief as the tiny snail pulled ahead. Oh, the other animals were quiet, surprised by this unexpected turn of events. He realized Slow-Mo was right. He had been so focused on being fast that he'd forgotten that different situations required different skills. He took a deep breath, calmed down, and started moving more carefully, one steady step at a time, just like he used to. He finally started making progress, but Slow-Mo had a huge lead. With the red mushroom in sight, Flash gave it one last push, digging his feet in and propelling himself forward. He slid across the finish line, covered in mud, just a moment after Slow-Mo glided over it. It was almost a tie. The crowd erupted in cheers for both of them. Flash, panting and muddy, looked at Slow-Mo. "You were right," he said, a humble smile on his face. "I was so busy being fast, I forgot that being slow and steady has its own strength. You beat me fair and square." Slow-Mo simply replied, "We both reached the end. Flash, that's what matters." From that day on, Flash was still the fastest turtle in the meadow, but he was also a lot wiser and a little more humble. He learned that being fast isn't everything, and that true strength comes in many different forms, even one as small and slow as a snail. And that's the end of our story. What a great lesson, right? Phew. Enjoyed Flash's muddy adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.